You, a person with troubles so deep and unsettling that it seems a fog has been pressed upon your every surface. He is the host of The Answer to Your Question, the one to prove that no man is an island, Henry Plum.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, good citizens of the world. Welcome to my show. I'm glad you could make it today. To our returning viewers, nice to see you again. To our new friends, you've come to the right place to have your questions answered. Now this week, we shall venture into the philosophically stimulating branch of science, technology, and society. Although there are millions of gripping stories decorating the subject, I shall focus on one specific topic: security versus privacy. Now, to clear up some of those darn definitions. First of all, we have privacy. For the purpose of this week's show, I define privacy as the right of an individual to be secure from the unauthorized disclosure of information about oneself. For similar reasons, I define security as the degree of protection against danger, damage, loss, and criminal activity. The relationship between these two terms is interesting, for many individuals deem their personal privacy to be part of their security. However, many forms of current security systems may cause infringement upon the boundaries of an individual's perception of privacy. There may not be one particular method to resolve the troubled relationship between security and privacy, but by reviewing a collection of information, an educated viewpoint can be formed. I've read numerous letters for this week's show, but one controversy caught my attention. How does closed-circuit television, commonly known as CCTV, affect our perception of security and privacy? Let me narrate our troubled writer's predicament. Dear Henry, for years I've watched your show and admired both your handsome exterior, what a darling, and insightful genius. I need your help.
Henry, for I think I represent most of Western society when I say I am confused with some of my intimate relations, especially those regarding privacy and security in relevance to CCTV. I've seen your show enough times to know that you reenact a featured letter, so if you choose to answer mine, let me make some suggestions for relevant actors. CCTV, observed people and possessions, CCTV administrators and users, privacy, safety, crime, the electronic network. You get the picture. For as long as I can remember, I've had a wonderful relationship with privacy. But lately, things have become more complicated. You see, I'm simultaneously trapped in a controlling, restrictive, and prejudiced relationship with a deviant necessity: security. Well, at least that's what privacy says. I'm still very troubled, though. It all started when I was typing an email and felt like I was being watched. My intuition was right.
Oh, jeez. How long have you been here for?
Since I was installed. I've been watching you for some time now, my dear, but my knowledge of you seems to far exceed yours of me. I am security in the form of CCTV.
Who? What even, what is that? Who are you?
I exist as a recording and observation device for benefit to public security by reducing crime. I can also be used for surveillance and supervision in places like industrial plants where an environment may not be suitable for humans.
Well, la-di-da, that doesn't make you watching me any less creepy. I still really don't know what you do.
I record a series of images in terms of video content analysis. My current technology enables me to recognize whether a moving object is a walking person, a crawling person, or a vehicle. I can determine color, and some of my systems claim abilities to identify a person and even their age by evaluating pictures and biometrics.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even a normal human security guard can do that. But what makes you any more special?
My technology can blur faces to protect individuals' identity, construct virtual walls, and set off alarms based on movement. This can be useful for burglaries. I'm even able to search for specific items like a yellow car and abnormalities like a person walking against the flow of a crowd. With a strong network of CCTV, I can even track individuals and aid the police in recovering criminals.
Okay, I'm not entirely convinced, but go on.
The mechanisms under which I am able to reduce crime follow 5 assumptions. Deterrence. When a potential offender notices a CCTV, the risks of offending in the specific location drastically outweigh the benefits. Efficient deployment. CCTV monitors can also determine whether a location requires police assistance. This is advantageous if, say, a victim is unable to seek help. Self-discipline. Most offenders are reminded of the risk of crime in the presence of CCTV, and so their behavior is altered to benefit a location's owner. Presence of a capable guardian. It has been suggested that for a crime to be committed, there must be a motivated offender, a suitable victim, and the absence of a capable guardian. In this case, CCTV acts as the capable guardian and thus helps to reduce crime. Detection. In the case of a crime, CCTV captures images of the offense, oftentimes leading to the punishment and removal of the offender's ability to cause damage.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, but how have you actually affected crime?
One study has shown that out of 13 systems evaluated, 6 showed a relatively substantial reduction in crime compared with the control. Out of these 6 locations, 2 showed a statistically significant reduction relative to the control.
Tell me more.
My pan, tilt, and zoom, or PTZ technical characteristic, is the most popular, as I can offer an adjusted field of view. Don't worry so much about the questionable capabilities of PTZ to deter and detect crime, because when the public sees a PTZ move, they feel reassured.
And suddenly, a strange feeling overtook me as I considered security's benefits. I felt safe, reassured, and the last thing I was thinking of was my relationship with privacy. Tell me more.
Hidden cameras are oftentimes used by companies to monitor the productivity of employees, deter theft and fraud, and ensure safety in the workplace.
Please tell me one more.
I greatly enhance the capabilities of modern law enforcement agencies.
Security's facts enamored me, and I felt a rush of passion for my technological guardian. Needless to say, privacy was suspicious.
You've been seeing a lot of security lately. Don't you think you're being a little naive, even vulnerable? You're giving them too much information, too much about yourself, your license plates, documents, your face. He's going to make a database out of all your personal belongings and share it with anyone. You could be your ex-employers, ex-lovers.
Sometimes you're so jealous, privacy. I'm willing to spend my time with him because he makes me less afraid of crime. I mean, he's so sophisticated and evolved.
Yeah, and with that, his opportunities for abuse are even compounded. He may have been created for objective surveillance, but he's easily corrupted by administrators with less than honorable intentions, like spying on you. He's going to break your heart.
Look, privacy, you've just got to understand that my personal security is of utmost importance. And it's not like we don't spend any time together. Look at us now.
Well, it's just sad that one of the only places you haven't got the cold stare security is when you're sitting on the ceramic while scanning the bathroom meter.
Let's go.
Darling, are you ready to be escorted to your next class?
I can do that by myself. It's really not going to be that interesting as I walk to class.
Actually, you have no choice. Let's
But
go.
what about privacy?
You can come too.
Oh. Privacy was not taking my time with security lightly, and my initial feelings for my technological guardian began to wane. Was I being given a false sense of security? Or was I just not being told all the facts? And then I remembered a commercial I had seen.
When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you see an ethnic minority, a young person, a woman, an outsider, or an activist? If you've answered yes, then you may be under greater scrutiny from the watchful eyes of CCTV. Why are you being targeted? For ethnic minorities, the extra focus is for superficial reasons. 40% of the people that police in our study